What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your lady's favorite YouTube channel. Now, if you've been a little bit tired of hearing the same old repetitive news, well, hopefully this news will end up start getting the gears turning when it comes to Juventus. A new name could be hitting the Mercado from the club, as well as Juventus hope maybe, just maybe, Giuntoli can have a way and have it his way and close the deal for one important piece of the Mercado. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it is Wednesday, July 26, 2023. Of course, I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every single day. Before we do anything though, do me a solid favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. And without any further ado, let's just get into this bad boy. All right, first off, one of the big news reports, let's go and just throw this above in front of my face so you can't see me anymore. You can see my hands, but that's about it. We're going to go ahead and show you that the Coppa Italia field has been released and show you exactly how the bracket will pan out and what the trip Juventus will have to make it to the finals and to hopefully win another Tricolore. Unfortunately, it looks like that road is heading through. It must go through as Juventus are the 7th seed in there. Number 2, Napoli, obviously the most difficult, probably maybe one of the more difficult roads that they're going to end up having to traverse, but maybe we'll see if Napoli continues to be the same team that they were, especially given the fallout of Giuntoli leaving, Spalletti leaving, and everything that goes along with that. Anyway, there's how the field plays out. Obviously, the top seed lines, obviously you have Inter and Fiorentina there, Atalanta, and then Milan can meet up, as well as Lazio, and of course, a little bit of Roma. Let us know in the comment section down below, are you excited for the Coppa Italia? What do you think there? But anyway, just wanted to get that out of the way so you can see who Juventus could potentially be playing. More importantly, let's get back into the Mercado news. What's going on with the club? What's going on with some of the players that you're trying to move out? Because one thing we know, before Juventus, every single season, but this season, more importantly than ever, they have to move somebody out before they get somebody in. Well, Luca Pellegrini, we have an update to his situation. Alfredo Padula was reporting that not only Nice are looking at Pellegrini, but a lengthy dialogue between Juventus and Milan has also taken place. Real quick, not going to touch on this one too much, mainly because just within the last moments while I was getting ready to shoot this video, we have a report also coming out that Juventus have opened up to another loan style option to go back to Lazio for Luca Pellegrini. So it's something to keep an eye on. More likely, and obviously he will end up being shipped out somewhere, but will it be Lazio is yet to be seen. Moving on forward, we go to another player that needs to be shipped out, and that, of course, is the Zakaria situation. Funny enough, yesterday I was talking about how we'll see how many options they really have, West Ham and all that going on. Well, Tuttosport comes in a day after, 24 hours later, says that first contact between Juventus and now Monaco for Denny Zakaria. Positive feelings with Juve asking a price set at 20 million euros. So that could be another option for Juventus should they need to get somebody else to come in and actually just buy this player, get him moved on, get this thing going. Obviously, my guess is it probably will still go on down to some form of loan to buy, whatever option kind of thing. But again, somehow we need to get the ball rolling. Again, another big player, though. This is more on the incoming route before we get to one last player that'll be on the outgoing route. And that is, of course, we're talking about the situation as it continues to unfold with Spezia. Lots of interest coming in for him. And Tuttosport, of course, he's talking about it. Spezia has 3 ongoing discussions for home. An offer from Brighton for 9.5 million euros, 2 meetings with Juventus, and an inquiry from Atalanta currently. Spezia could settle for around 12 million euros. Timothy Castagne remains more than just an alternative option for the club. So something to keep an eye on. Obviously, home's one that's really been heating up in recent days and weeks, especially for that price range. That's probably what you're looking at if you're Juventus, this kind of Mercado. No big signings are more than likely going to be happening. But that right there is not the big signing or the most important signing that the club's really going after right now that we're going to talk about in this video. And that is, of course, this new breaking news that we have when it comes to the goalkeeper that Juventus has. Obviously, we've had multiple years, if you've been here on the channel with us, or we've talked about and speculated about the future of the goalkeeper position, and more importantly, that of Wojciech Szczesny. Well, now it looks like there is now a potential with Corriere della Sera reporting that Szczesny is not untouchable. There's potential of him leaving the club, and Giuntoli could sit down to negotiate with Bayern Munich in the event of a 10 million euro offer. So that could be an interesting one. Obviously, giving not being Polish, but obviously getting a little bit closer to home. That may be something interesting to him to go up to play in Germany, of course, and then also to extend his contract in his just his life cycle when it comes to being a player as well, especially given the turmoil that Juventus currently is. I could see him making the move, and if Juventus could add a little pocket change to try to fix the situation as it continues to unfold, especially if you've seen the deal in the situation that Juventus have an agreement. Couldn't remember if it's UEFA or whatever, the football governing body, just saying they wouldn't go under a 60 million euro deficit for the club going into the season. Continuing on, Build Sport goes on backs that up and says Szczesny is one of the goalkeepers, though there are 8 in total that are currently going after for Bayern Munich. So they're interested in that many players, but that doesn't mean that Szczesny will be the first one that they go after, and maybe we can calm it down. So while you sped it back up, you ramped it up when you're talking about the potential of Wojciech Szczesny leaving. Well, maybe not so fast. They have a lot of options, and it may take a bit before they really get in and focus in on Wojciech Szczesny as well for that kind of price. Are they going to really spend 10 million euros? We will see. And then finally, the most important option is this one that we're talking about, of course, continuing to talk about Frank Kessie and his situation, him potentially becoming a Juventus player. Gazzetta dello Sport is reporting that Giuntoli will attend the Arsenal-Barcelona match to try and finalize Frank Kessie's arrival at Juventus. The Ivorian midfielder could join the Bianconeri on a loan deal with an option at 10 to 15 million euros. So if all things go accordingly to Giuntoli's plans, he will go in there, get a deal done, and come back with Kessie. Obviously, we know the likelihood of anything being finalized that swiftly and that quickly is more of a fantasy than reality when it comes to Juventus. And if you've dealt with any of their previous mercados, but something of interest to keep an eye on, especially during this period, during these friendlies and during these matches that are going on right now. It's time to really ratchet up before this season starts. Because as we said at it right now, I'm looking at the club, and I'm going to be frank with you. Frank Kessie, of course. I'm not going to be that frank, but I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the club I'm looking at right now, we have a worse team than we finished the season with last year. And that's abysmal. That's something that I can't sit with, and I can't feel good about moving on. So we're going to have to get some new names in, some guys that are going to generate some energy, generate some positivity, and more importantly, generate some damn wins when it comes to the schedule coming up. So we'll see how this unfolds. We'll keep you up to date with everything as it happens. We'll keep an eye on Giuntoli and his adventures into the Mercado before the black and white. Last bit of news, or last bit of conversation, obviously tomorrow, remember, finally, hopefully Juventus will actually play a game, but we will have a watch along tomorrow night, evening, wherever, depending where you are. I believe that is a 10:30 for EST time if you're in America, or it's a like 4:30 a.m. if you're going by Juve time. So hopefully you guys will join us, Julian, Alejandro, and myself, talking, catching up, and of course, hopefully cheering on a Juventus win. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for this edition of news. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, stay notified for all of our latest videos. You can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. And of course, you can follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. I will see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Say hello to your old lady for me.